Hello, LaHabra neighborhood. It's me, Angela King, your community center yoga and Pilates instructor. We're doing a little bit of a snippet here to tell you we're going to be back in action hopefully sooner than later. But until then, we thought it'd be kind of nice to remind you that we're still here offering classes and what it is that we do here for the community. I've been teaching here at the community center for over 15 years, and I offer 2 classes on Monday nights. One of them is called Pilates Stretch and Tone. It also incorporates a little bit of yoga. So it's a Pilates Yoga Stretch and Tone. The second class that I offer is Yoga by Candlelight, and they're back to back. My first class, I probably have it geared more towards newbies, people that have never taken yoga classes before, are intimidated from the studios. I break it down so that way you have a little bit more of an understanding of what the poses are, how to properly position your body, and to do it safely. So my classes, I use these props because it makes it so much easier for us to achieve our goals. This is an inflatable yoga ball. You can get them at any discount store. They're squishy. They have all different kinds. The second prop that I have in both of the classes, both the Yoga by Candlelight and the Pilates Yoga Tone, are these lovely yoga blocks. You know, a lot of us are really limber, but some of us, we could use a little bit of help and a little bit of stability. And these yoga blocks can help get you to positions safely, securely, and they help aid in all different levels of flexibility. And last but not least, we have a yoga strap. So these are the tools that we use to help get into different poses and get fit. So let's get started. I usually like to start off with a nice little grounding sequence. So when you come into the class, what you can kind of do is do some light stretches. I'll have you lay down flat in a neutral position. You can kind of calm your mind, close your eyes, make that laundry list of things that you have to do later, write it down, put it on the side of the mat, and then escort it out of the room. So for an hour, you get to be in one place at one time. And it takes a minute. So when you come in, you get to lay down, catch your breath. All right. Placing the ball here, what we're first going to do, I'm going to charge my arms straight, like I'm Superman or Superwoman. Hinting here at the hip base, I'm going to inhale first, and then gently extend, hinge and lean, and then lastly I'm going to lower my ears in between my forearms. This will allow a nice release, gliding, symmetry. Next breath, I'm going to elevate my gaze, and I'm going to bring it back to my body, allowing my elbows to raise my rib cage. And what I usually cue people, a lot of us have been doing a lot of shopping, it's like holding onto a shopping cart. So you're going to place your fingers on the edge, you're going to charge your arms like Superman or woman, inhaling, leaning, and then lowering at the end of that exhale. Allow yourself to linger and breathe here for a moment or two. And then when you're ready to initiate movement, elevate your gaze, and then again, bring that ball back to your torso. Next one, after you do that maybe 5 times, we're going to go ahead and come up onto your knees. Now some of us are able to do this comfortably, a lot of us this isn't good. If it's not your thing, don't do it. But if you can do it, this is another way that we can go ahead and stretch. Now notice I put my legs together, my feet are flat. I'm going to bring this ball to my thighs. And again, lift up to the crown of my head, roll my shoulders up and back, and exhale. Placing my hand on the edge of the ball, I'm just going to gently charge my hands and bring my seat to my feet, allowing my ears to lower in between my forearms. Again, I'm pressing through the shins. I'm going to press through the shins, I'm going to elevate, I'm going to roll my pelvis back towards the ball as I bring it down. Here I have my gluteals engaged. When I release, I'm going to let that go. So here we go, I'm going to push the ball out. Drop my seat towards my feet, allow my ears to fall between my forearms. And then again, we're going to go a little faster, bringing the ball back to my top thigh area. So here we go. Extend and lower. And now with our breath, I'm going to inhale, and then I'm going to exhale. Inhale, just warming up my glutes, and I'm going to exhale. You can see how the rolling of the ball helps keep it fluid, and it gives you a point of reference. Once we're finished doing that for a few, I'm going to go ahead and now go sideways to the ball. I'm going to bring the ball on the side of my thighs here. I'm going to place my palm up and lean my forearm on the top of the ball. My other leg, I'm going to extend and charge it with the sole of my foot down. What I'm going to do here is a nice little side angle stretch. I'm going to place my forearm on the top of the ball, palm up. And place my hand on my hip like I'm a little teapot. And you're going to notice that there's one long line in this extension for this side angle. I'm going to extend my arm straight up, rotating my palm so it's facing the crown of my head. And with one big movement, I'm going to inhale, and then I'm going to exhale. So here I go again. I'm going to inhale, elevate. And then I'm going to very gently rotate my gaze like I'm looking at a mirror here. And then exhale, feeling that lengthening on the side of my rib cage, all the way down to the side of my leg, out to the side of my foot. So here we're doing an assisted side angle. Here I go again, exhale. And here we go, extend. Now I can place my hand here if that is not feeling good for my arm extension. For those of you that have a lot of ability, you will build up onto that, but for now that's good. So again, leg extended, arm extended, rotate your gaze, and then just hinge at the armpit. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. But before I do, I'm going to bring my knees together, place the ball in front, and I'm going to charge again, extending and lowering my seat to my feet. And then pressing up, bringing the ball back to my thighs. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale. Now this is going to go ahead and be a good booty buster here. And it also helps elongate your torso. And it's pushing blood and circulation throughout your body. We're doing this safely without a lot of jarring. And this ball's graceful movement allows you to feel stable. All right, let's bring that ball over sideways. Now we're going to go and lay down. And I'm going to put my legs on top of this ball here, like I'm sitting on a chair. My legs are pressed together, and then I'm going to lower my back, one vertebra at a time. Now again, mindful that the crown of my head is reaching in one direction. I'm going to arch my back and grab the outside of this mat so I can go ahead and create space between my ears and my shoulders. I'm spreading through the collarbone. My lower back feels a little cracked. I can elevate my hips and use my thumbs to lengthen my lower back as I re-articulate my spine. Use my fingers like a rolling pin, pushing my tush towards my heels. And here I am. Now that I've got that sensation here, my powerhouse, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to place my hands. I'm going to support my neck with my thumbs. My elbows are wide, and I'm going to interlace my fingers so it supports the base of my skull. My legs are pulled together. I'm almost tempted to get a piece of paper so that way it doesn't fly. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to imagine that I'm going to inhale, and as I exhale, I'm going to pull my belly to the floor as I elevate my head straight up to the ceiling. My elbows are open wide, and I'm supporting it. Now I'm going to release again to the floor. Now this is better than 1,000 push-ups. This is going to actually give you a flat tummy without having a really hard tummy looking like a loaf of bread. Because Pilates is about sculpting with movement, and you got to use your breath with precision. So here we go. I'm going to inhale through my nose. And as I exhale, I'm going to push my belly to the floor as I elevate my head. I'm going to inhale and release. I'm going to imagine again like my thumb and pointing finger as I imprint and pull my belly, my ribs get a little bit closer to my hip crease. Here we go. Let's imprint. Warm up that core. Inhale through your nose. Exhale and press. Inhale, release. Exhale and press. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage that. Inhale, release. Now exhale. Now if you're able and your neck is okay, you now reach your hands forward as we prepare something called the 100. Let's reach our arms overhead, place our palms down, arching your back, walking your palms to the edge of towards the middle of the room. I'm going to bring that ball back, so that I'm sitting. Now, like promised, we're going to go ahead and do something called the 100. We're going to have to imprint our belly. You can either keep your head sealed, or if you have some strength, holding that piece of paper in between your thighs. I'm going to inhale first and exhale. Press my belly to the floor as I elevate my head. I'm going to reach my palms forward and imagine that I'm in a puddle of water. I'm checking my chin placement. My palms are facing the floor, and now here I go. I'm going to inhale first and then exhale, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 40. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 50. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 60. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 70. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 80. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 90. And 100. We're going to glide down. Some of us had our heads down the whole way. Some of us kept our legs like we're still sitting on that chair. You might have noticed at one point I pointed it out just so that we could see. We can always add on the challenge a little bit to accommodate as we get stronger. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the soles of my feet once again on the edge of that wall. I'm going to charge my legs, inhaling. I'm going to exhale, pulling my belly to my spine, moving my thighs to my torso. Inhaling and extending. You can see how this is helping with my booty. Pulling my belly to my spine as I bring my thighs back to my torso. I'm going to open my legs out wide. I'm going to grab the ball with the inside of my thighs and my calves. I'm going to interlace my fingers behind my head. I'm going to imprint my belly as I elevate my head, and I reach my hands forward. That's a very slight movement, but I'm just going to glide forward as I'm reaching towards the ball, and then I'm going to glide back. And I'm going to exhale and scoop, and inhale and lengthen. I'm going to exhale and scoop, and inhale and lengthen. I'm going to grip this ball with my thighs, and I'm going to grab the ball and drop my feet to the floor. I'm going to walk my legs together, holding that piece of paper. The ball is directly over my heart. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift my legs so that my shins are underneath the ball. My toes can originally be in a flex, but I want you to point them. Notice that my heels are close to my booty. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make two. Imagine that the tips of my toes are dipped in ink. And I'm just going to drop them down and make 2 dots onto the floor. Now I'm going to exhale and press it up. I'm going to inhale and reach for those 2 dots. I'm going to exhale and press them up. I'm going to inhale and touch those 2 dots. Feeling kind of strong? All right, we're going to bring it right back up. And if you're feeling really good, I can fully count. Now I'm going to drop my arms overhead and bring my toes to the floor. Now I can keep my head sealed to the floor, and as I exhale, bring the ball over my shins. Inhale, tap my toes as I reach my arms overhead. This is a good sit-up and a good ab strengthener. Exhale, without all the fidgeting and all that, wear and tear. We're getting our core strong again. Use your breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Our arms are engaged, our core is engaged. Like I said, if you want to add a little something, curling up, and releasing, curling up, and releasing, curling up, and releasing. All right, so that's just a little sample, a little taste of what we have here in our neighborhood community center. I'm looking forward to you guys coming back. Want to go ahead and really, really enjoy not only exercising together, socializing together, but let's get strong together. And humbly look forward to seeing you when we're back in action again. Thank you.